Day number 10. Take you a quick swig. We are electric on this one, folks. And the reason for that is on our TikTok account. I don't know if you know this or not, but we got us a TikTok. And I did a little demo here featuring a car, a Milkman, and a Dr. Z. And it was, guess which amp is playing this. And the answer might surprise you, so you got to go watch it. But TikTok Rock 98, I don't know if you can see that right there, says, what was the last chord you played in that video? And the more we started talking back and forth, he says, hey, would you do a tutorial on this riff you're playing? And so, yeah, here we are. Let's do it. So that riff just then, and I opened up this thing with that, basically is an E to a B minor 7 to an A to a D9, okay? And so, you know E, right? Just go to illustrate it on the Melbay, index finger on the first fret of the G, and then I put my middle finger on the second fret of the A, and then ring finger on the second fret of the D to B minor, so index finger straight across from A to high E, and second fret, and then middle finger is on third fret of the B, and then the bar is catching the A on the second fret of the G, and then the ring finger is on the fourth fret of the D, right? There's old B minor, and then one finger A. It ain't lazy, folks, it's wise. One finger. Straight across there on the second fret, not even worried about the high E, and if I am, throw your pinky up there, right? Why not? And then to this D. So this is like a D7. If you don't know that, just good old regular D chord. Flip it around here so that your index finger's on the first fret of the B string, middle finger on the second fret of the G, and then in this case, just playing the open E. So making a D9, right? So those are the simple chords, and what's happening here, why that sounds so cool, is that B minor is functionally operating like an E7. Well, why is that? Well, I'm gonna tell you. So on the B minor, you've got a B, you've got an F sharp. In this case, it's a B minor 7, so there's an A, and then a D. Well, if you look at an E7 chord, you've got an E, you've got a G sharp, you've got a B, and then you've got a D natural, right? So there's really only one note different, and that is the G sharp and the A. And what's cool about that is that idea, and as we continue on this path that we're on, we'll really expand that and stretch that out because there's a lot of cool things in there. But here's the quick skinny, is that B minor over an E chord ends up making like an E9 expression. It feels like that. It sort of functions that way. There's enough common tones to where it's more or less doing the same thing, right? So in this case, in this demo, I'm playing this E up here, but I'm doing the Wind Cries Mary E here, right? And if you don't know that, super easy, right? By Wind Cries Mary, I mean Jimi Hendrix, right? You take your index finger, and you're going to go from the 9th fret of the A all the way straight across. Don't worry about the high E. You got enough E's happening here. And you're going to hammer on with your ring finger on the 11th fret, right? Chords and Coffee, episode 5, we did a lot of pentatonic discussion using double stops. Go back and watch that for some detail unpacking of what's happening there, okay? But essentially what I'm doing is I'm going to this B minor 7. This B minor 7 is just the old index finger across the 7th fret, all of them. Middle finger joins forces to make the human capo, and then ring finger is going to hit the 9th fret of the A, and then that's it, right? Down to this A major 7. This is a cool way to grab this. And then this is middle finger on the A on the 5th fret of the low E, not playing the A, believe it or not, on the A string. Just this kind of dampens it as it goes across. And then your index finger is going to be on the 4th fret, covering the D and the G, whilst this little ring and pinky collaborative effort hammers on the 6th fret of those same two strings. Now, in this instance, you can actually go ahead and have your B and your E string open. If you want to be kind of fancy, you can take your index finger and put it on the 4th fret of the high E to hit that major 7, the G sharp over A. down to the money chord. That's cool. So that's a D9 add 11. All right. What that means is middle finger, 10th fret, low E, ring finger. We're going to skip the A. Don't need it. Ring finger, 10th fret of the D, pinky, 11th fret of the G, hitting that F sharp, and then the index finger is going to come up here to the 8th fret of the B, hitting that G with an open E string. That's a really pretty grip, and also very usable, by the way, for it's a cool chord voicing. So whole thing. That little, that's super easy. Pinky on the 9th fret of the high E, right? Like this. I can hide these fingers here to show you. And all I'm doing is I'm going like that from the 9th fret to the 10th fret. Believe it or not, it's actually easier to do in chord form. And if you'll just hold this B minor 7 down and practice that, and then I'm hitting the open, even though I'm capoing it here with my finger, and then 10th fret, and then back to that open on the high E, and that's it. That is a chord progression that's used a lot, cross genre too. I can think of several songs. So there is Merle Haggard, That's the Way Love Goes, starts in the key of D. That's the way love goes, babe. That minor 5, it's a substitution for the 1 having a dominant 7 sound, but it's just a little more haunting sounding. Another great example is Mark Chestnut's cover of Hank Jr.'s I'll Think of Something. That give me time, I'll think of something. Beautiful guitar work. The outro solo to I'll Think of Something by Mark Chestnut, where they're just going from a D to an A minor. Awesome. You gotta listen to it. Also, Her, the lady, she's got a Fender. It's like that silver Strat with kind of like the, there's like a rainbow kind of flake sparkle in it. It's really cool. And she does a duet with Daniel Caesar, who's also a great guitar player. And they do You're the Best Part. Beautiful tune. And I think it's also in D. And it's D, and then A minor, then G major 7. And then they go to, I believe, a B flat major 7. And it might go up to C, then back to there. I have to listen to it again. A minor, G major 7. So there again, I mean, that minor 5 thing, as well as going, substituting, and stay with me, this is going to get kind of theory heavy, but substituting, the D9 is a substitution for an A minor, right? How many times have you heard a ton of 50 songs? That was a very common chord progression. The Beatles, for crying out loud, did a ton of 4 minor 4 back to 1 kind of stuff. And even another one just popped in my head is at the end of Layla, that beautiful chord progression there. In that case, that's like this B flat 9 with this little melody over the top. It's essentially functioning as the minor 4, which would be F minor in this case, back to the 1, which would be C, right? This functional harmony thing that we're unpacking here, thank you to TikTok Rock 98, this comes up a lot. This comes up a lot, the chord substitution, and the whole point of it is that in the case of a minor 5 after a 1, okay, it's a way for you to juxtapose something that might not even be on the chord sheet that you're looking at, but you can add an extra little flavor to that moment of music that ends up stretching the song out a little bit longer, makes the moment last a little bit longer, which, as far as I can tell, that's what life's all about, isn't it? That and relationships, and that's all embedded in music, right? So, hey, TikTok Rock 98, thank you. This was a great suggestion. If you guys want to, go over and check out our TikTok. There's some cool demos and a whole lot of shenanigans, and definitely worth the old finger flick through the TikTok on the Palen Music Center TikTok. So I hope you enjoy this. Hope this helps you. We'll see you next week for another Chords and Coffee.